Church Guys. We're live on a podcast. A Church Guys sports show. Yo, welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown is shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire. Passion in the zone, Church Guys sports show. Yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys sports show. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys sports show. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call the plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the desperate, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score. We gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, locked in, let the truth be shown. Church Guys sports show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. Huh? The Church Guys. We're live on a podcast. A Church Guys sports show. The Church Guys.
Then we'll go, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, well my Captain Jesus gonna be born. And we're gonna sit down on the bank, sit down on the river. Yes, I tell you that I won't be back, I won't be back, I won't be back no more. Then we'll go, yeah, yeah.
All right, I had to get that out the way. I had to do it. It's J-Mac's fault. He put it in the group, and then he put it on my post from earlier where I put my picture up of before the game started, getting ready for this.
Wait. Since we was together last week, we was together the other day.
Yes, the Lamb. Now behold the Lamb. Oh, wait, there he is. Wait, I got started again. This is for J-Mac.
And we'll go sweet.
Then we'll go, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, well my Captain Jesus gonna be born. And we're gonna sit down on the bank, sit down on the river. Yes, I tell you that I won't be back, I won't be back no more. Then we'll go.
That was
Yes,
I started the show with it. That's how I wish J-Mac was here.
Yes, sir.
I said we have to start the show with this. We had to. Shout out to the great Shirley Caesar
Yes.
with the classic gospel music. And y'all know why we here. I ain't even got to tell you. Game halfway there. 8 wins down, 8 wins to go.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
the entire league is on notice right now.
Oh, clearly,
The entire league is on notice, and
nobody's
wants
safe.
to nobody wants to play the Knicks now. No one, not even OKC, because OKC don't think they can handle this. This right here is crazy.
Listen, OKC is having trouble with LA. If not for the officials, that's a much tighter series. That's
Yeah.
and that's an OKC team. That's a LA team with no Luka Doncic. So, I listen. I still say it, as much trouble as OKC has had so far. Yes, they're more than likely going to sweep as well tomorrow. They're more than likely going to sweep as well, but they still going to get a Minnesota team, either a Minnesota team that has given them trouble, or a San Antonio team that has owned them.
They don't want San Antonio.
So they're gonna get one of those two teams.
But they don't want San Antonio. They would rather Minnesota.
Yeah, they got a better shot against Minnesota partly because the fact that Minnesota's missing Dante DiVincenzo, and listen, let's just be honest, Ant is on one leg right now. He's killing,
Right.
but Ant is on one leg right now. So 144-114 in a game that was not even that close.
Not even that close.
Knicks led by 42 at one point in the fourth quarter. Garbage time started with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mike Brown, shout out to Cat for attempting that dunk. Mike Brown said, "Oh no, everybody out." That's it.
Mike Brown was like, "What are you doing?"
Mike Brown looked at Cat like, "Bruh, no, everybody come out. Everybody out of this game." And again, that other coach, whom some people love so much, would have never done that.
Well, let me just say this. I did receive a phone call.
Bishop Heflin.
I received a phone call at the half. And I
From the superintendent?
I got a phone call I got a personal
Oh, did you now?
I did. I got a personal phone
What did
call
the superintendent have to
from
say
the
at halftime?
superintendent at the half on his way to church, and he personally apologized.
He lucky he in church.
And he said he will not bring that man's name up again. I said, "Oh, I know you won't." Because that coach has never had a 3-0 lead with a chance to sweep. Never in his coaching career.
Never.
That coach has never been up 3-0 in a series. As good as a defensive coach as he is, that coach has never done this.
That is true. L, this comment is for you. It's totally off topic. We're going to get back to basketball in a second, but this is important. Bishop Butler, because of you, my wife bought some of those lamb chops, and she wants to thank you for that. Listen, hey, it's Amazon Fresh. Got to do it. Look at that lamb.
Hey,
Look at that lamb.
I got another phone call during the third quarter from said Bishop Butler.
Sure did. I ain't playing.
But it had nothing to do with the game.
I got to Zell the Bishop.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody-
Yeah, he told us the other night that he was going to be reaching out to you for some more of them Jackie boys. he told me. He told me on the last show.
Bishop D'Lo, those Jackie burgers are not a game, brother.
No, I know. I have partaken. And the Lord truly resides with those butchers. The Lord truly resides with them.
I told him I'm gonna throw another one in there. They got something called the Zeus burger.
Oh, what is that?
It's a little bit. It's got a little bit different ingredient than the Jackie.
Okay.
So I told him I'm gonna throw one in and see how he likes that one.
That's gonna be good. We might all be selling you some money soon because it's turning into one of those things. Yes, Sam. Yeah, Miles McBride thought he was Steph Curry tonight. We're going to get into all of it in just a minute. It's not going to be a long show. It's Sunday. We preachers. We tired, but we needed to come on. We had to, yes. This is funny. My NBA 2K. It's a great day. It's a great day. It is a great day. Give me the brooms, please. Listen, this is everybody's like, oh, Rumble says Happy Mother's Day to First Lady Artel.
Happy Mother. Oh, sorry, I'm going on your camera. Happy.
It's all right.
Thank
Well,
your
you
day.
here now,
You-
sis. You here.
it's your
You all
day.
right. You
This
all right.
Mother's
Thank you
Day,
so
this your day.
much. Happy Mother's Day to all the misses.
Listen, it's your day.
The brooms are
Thank
out.
you.
Bishop Chris Burton, the brooms are out. Q the Prophet, what up, Telly? Everybody saying hi to First Lady Butler. Everybody saying hi to her.
I am
today.
in the camera. That's why I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to eat. I am hungry. Sorry.
I ain't mad at you. Dinner's ready. It's time. I ain't mad at you.
You know what? You know what people don't realize too, Bishops. You know what they don't realize about Jalen Brunson? They called them the Nova Knicks. They are so comfortable playing in that arena.
That's another home game.
Playing
Y'all
in
see what I
front
put
of
in the chat
fans.
earlier? The most recent banners that have gone up in that arena are from Villanova.
From Villanova.
And I was gonna say, and they got a visual aid to keep looking up in the Raptors at a banner that they won. What did y'all think was gonna happen? What did y'all think was going to happen? You gave them motivation. You put the last championships that these guys won is hanging above them.
Y'all basically saying this y'all building.
That's it.
Cool. We gonna act like it's our building, and that's what they
They
did.
had signs up. People had signs up talking about our Nova Knicks in the stands from Philly, not the Knicks fans.
We gonna talk about that. That's so Gerard, right to the point, and so we're gonna get it out of the way because I was gonna mention it later. So the schedule works as such. This series is over. No matter what happens in the next series, which I hope goes 7, but no matter what happens in the next series, the Knicks are off for at least 7 days.
The earliest
is next Sunday.
Is next Sunday.
That is the earliest.
That's provided Cleveland don't win another game.
Right. That even if Cleveland doesn't, even if this series ends, I'll need Cleveland to win tomorrow. If Cleveland wins tomorrow, that means the earliest that this series ends is next Friday. Would be the earliest that series ends. Would be Friday.
Still not playing till Sunday,
which is great.
Still not playing till Sunday.
The Knicks do not play again till Sunday. It's only left to find out once again. Are we going to Detroit or are we waiting at the Garden for the Cavaliers?
This is a All-Star break.
Listen,
I'm watching this game from the first quarter on. Like I'm sitting here with nothing to complain about. This is unreal,
and I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to this at all.
I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this.
Because my kids are like, you're not yelling, Daddy? It's the playoffs, right? The Knicks are playing, right? Yes. You're not yelling. No. I knew it was over when Deuce hit 4 threes in the first quarter. I said, oh, this one's over. It was over then. You saw when Deuce hit the first 3 in a row, but then when they called that timeout, they scored a bucket. I think Embiid hit a 2, and then they came back down, and then Deuce hit that 4th 3 in a row. Deuce started the game 4 for 4 from 3, by the way.
Right.
Deuce hit that 4th 3. You saw everybody on Philly's head drop like, we ain't got a shot tonight. Deuce McBride had 20 points in the first half.
At halftime.
When a guy who's not even in your starting lineup, yeah, he started today, but a guy who's not even in your starting lineup opens the game with a 20-point half, you're not losing. Karl Anthony Towns, 9 assists in the first half, you're not losing.
Finished with 17 and 10. Not 10 rebounds, folks.
10 assists. 10 assists.
Not 17 points, 10 rebounds. 17 points, 10 assists.
Sam said the Knicks truly delivered a Mother's Day massacre.
I'm on the phone.
That's
a
good
Mother's
one.
Day massacre.
That's
Yes,
a good
now-
one.
Well, Q, I don't see. This is the thing about that because I saw something at the end of that game last night between Cleveland and Detroit. I'm gonna hold it. Well, I'm not gonna hold it. I'm gonna tell y'all about what I saw. But I'm anxious to see if it translates into Game 4 because if it did, L might be right. I'm not punching Detroit's ticket to the ECF just yet. Because what you
Listen,
saw in the fourth quarter was they reverted back to being the Detroit we knew they were. All that wonderful shooting where everybody's hitting everything, it disappeared in the fourth quarter for Detroit. Detroit is not a good offensive team. And hey, shout out to James Harden. Big shots at the end of that game last night.
he rolled back the clock.
Big shots. He looked like Houston James Harden for a minute.
He rolled back the clock, man. 9 points in the fourth quarter from James Harden.
You're right, Bishop Chris Burton. You can't give a great team rest. And now we've got a week of it. A whole week.
And OG Anunoby is still resting.
Again, great job by Mike Brown. First of all, I like what he said if you saw the press conference at the end of Game 3, and the reporter was trying to chide him for information, and the reporter's asking, well, if the Knicks needed him to go, could he have gone tonight? And Mike Brown looked at him like, you really think I'm going to answer that question? This is gamesmanship. I'm not giving away nothing. I'm not going to let you know if OG is actually healthy or not. You'll never know that. OG could have been ready to go tonight. We knew he was not playing today. Because Mike Brown was like,
won Game 3 in convincing fashion. There was no way we weren't going to see Anunoby again in the series.
Right, unless God forbid it was a Game 6 or 7. That would have been the only way.
But Game 5, you were not going to see OG even if we went back to the
you weren't going to see OG for the rest of the series till the very end if need be.
That's it.
Yeah, Q, we are not used to this at all.
I'm not used to this.
At all, Q.
I'm not used to this.
And again, we've seen very good Knicks teams. Those 90s Knicks teams were really great. Early 2000s Knicks teams were pretty good. But this level of dominance, I have never seen in my lifetime with the New York Knicks.
Got no rice yet.
By the way, that is now 7 wins in a row.
No rice.
7 playoff wins in a row. And that margin of victory has grown again. They were averaging wins by 28.5 points. So with the 30-point win tonight, that'll grow to about 29.5. Almost. The Knicks are averaging beating teams by 30 points a game in the playoffs.
A lot of stuff for a while.
This is some. I don't even have the words.
7-0 since they went down 2-1 to Atlanta.
Yes, Andre, that was the last time a Knicks team swept a playoff round, 1999. That is correct.
Against the Atlanta Hawks.
That
That
was
was
the
the
last time.
Dikembe Mutombo, Steve Smith Atlanta Hawks.
And again, another second round sweep. Remember, that team went to the finals. We were hurt, but that team went to the finals.
And they beat Indiana behind crazy shooting from Allen Houston.
All right, Gerard. No, Detroit nor Cleveland has seen this Knicks team. Nobody has seen this Knicks team. Again, kudos to Mike Brown. They're on their 4th offensive set.
And I think they got more to come.
They probably do, which is scary. I'm like, how many sets this team got? Well, actually, you kind of saw a little bit of it today because I saw some new wrinkles as well when Cat went out with the foul trouble. And I'm like, Philly wants to get Cat in foul trouble so the ball goes back to ISO Brunson. But if you notice, it didn't.
It didn't.
It
They
didn't.
still kept the ball in Josh Hart's hand.
Mikal Bridges.
hand. They kept Brunson off the ball.
They kept Brunson off the ball, and they still ran their big, whether it was Huck Porty or whether it was Mitch. They still ran that person as the hub. They weren't the facilitator, but they were the hub. So clearly, that's scary.
But how about this? I'm gonna tell you another wrinkle they did. They didn't keep Cat at the very top of the pinch post. They moved him off.
They moved him around.
They moved him off to the side to the point where you had both guards running and chasing the cutter, and he did a total 720.
720. That was that was when I knew when he got the ball when he got the ball up there and at that spot. I'm like, okay, elbow extended, foul line extended there. I'm like, okay, he stopped. Fake. They were so used to him becoming the facility. They left Cat. You know it's bad when you leave Karl Anthony Towns wide open.
And it was like, oh, and he just took the 2-point shot. Like, okay, y'all want me to shoot it? Okay.
Mike Breen was like, he was looking to pass.
He wanted the assist more than the shot.
That's
how much he's bought in now. He wants the assist more than he wants the points.
Yo, Cat fully bought in. Jalen Brunson fully bought in.
AB has bought in.
The team is fully bought into Mike Brown's system on both sides of the ball.
Listen, if it wasn't for garbage time, they would have held Philly under 100 points again.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Q the Prophet said, Mike Brown taking a page out of Phil Jackson's book, being the Zen master. Yeah, I don't know what he did. I don't know if they had a prayer service, some sort of kumbaya moment, but this team's on this. They are clearly on the same page. From top to bottom, the New York Knicks are on the same page, and I don't think this has ever happened in my lifetime. 34th Street going crazy. I'm getting out of here. What was you doing up there, Woodall? You know better than that.
Listen, you saw what they did last year, and now they done swept around. You know it's going to be bananas up there. They done swept 4-0.
And you know there was
it's
another
crazy
garden
up
watch party today, so they're spilling on the 33rd Street right now as we speak. Again, kudos to James Dolan. For those of you Eastern Conference Finals for road games, the garden is available. $10 to get in. All seats $10. First come, first serve.
Amazing.
Great job by James Dolan again. Great job by James Dolan, and those will be available for road games during the conference finals. It has already been confirmed. So this is not even funny at this point.
Uncharted territory in every area.
Every area.
We're in uncharted territory as Knicks fans.
Bishop Woodall, I think we're past calling them dangerous. They have officially reached juggernaut territory.
Yeah.
They've officially reached juggernaut. Like, this is one of those things where, you know, again, not getting ahead of ourselves, but if I was that kind of a player, I'd be like, bring on OKC tomorrow. Because it's like, okay, yeah, OKC is good, but stop all of this. Because the Knicks literally can put 7 to 9 players on the court who can beat you. How do you have 9 options for scoring? No team has 9 options.
And you go to them. That's the thing. And this is, again, I'm not trying to bring up the old coach name because, again.
No, after this series, that's rested. Because, first of all, and we got to say it, and I'm sure you will agree, it's definitely, nobody else is allowed to bring up the former coach's name because you know what? We're right back where we were last year. So, at this point, leave it alone. The season is officially a success no matter what happens going forward. They're back in the ECF.
He did exactly what the last coach did, so you can't. And he had a different team to work with.
So you can't say nothing. The Knicks are back in the ECF. So I don't want to hear nothing about that other coach.
They not hurt. They not tired.
Nope.
They got offensive sets. They got a coach that's not bullheaded and will willing to listen to his assistants.
Nobody's yelling, Ice! Ice! Calling that ISO Brunson all game long. Like, bro, what are we doing? Teams are loading up against that. You can't load up against the Knicks now, though, because you don't know who's going to beat you. Today was literally pick your poison. I mean, whoever had the wherewithal, whoever the Lord spoke to put their parlay money on Deuce McBride made a fortune today.
Yeah.
Whoever had Deuce McBride in your parlay, I know you made a fortune today. Because I mean, Deuce, don't get me wrong, it's not like he's a bad player, but 20 points in the first half?
Listen, when Jalen Brunson had a wide
7
open
of 9 from 3.
Jalen Brunson had a wide open 3
and passed it into the corner to Deuce.
And then gave it to Deuce for an even wider open 3.
That's when you knew. At that point, you knew Philly had given up at that point. Because they didn't close out on either of them. They didn't close out on either, like 2 wide open threes.
And Jalen Brunson had a pedestrian 22 points today.
Yep.
Deuce had more points than him.
Yep. Deuce was the high man today with 25 points. I'm sorry, 27 points. JB 22. Mikal Bridges 12 points, but I mean,
his defense was stellar.
And he didn't need to shoot as much today. He was 6 of 10. He took 10 shots. Listen, I'm okay. If Mikal Bridges shoots 6 of 10 every night, I'm living with it.
And plays great defense, I'm good. As long as the others, as Shaq calls them, as long as the others are contributing, you don't need them.
Josh Hart, 17 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 17 points. The Knick bench, Landry Shamet, 12 off the deck, off the bench tonight. Mitchell Robinson, another 6.6 rebound performance in only a limited 16 minutes. I mean, and that's the beauty of it. This is my favorite stat. Karl Towns, 20 minutes. Josh Hart, 29 minutes. Mikal Bridges, 28 minutes. Jalen Brunson, 28 minutes. Deuce McBride, 29 minutes. No starter played 30 minutes tonight.
Again, we would have never seen that in years past. I'll just put it like that.
So essentially, the Knicks have 7.5 days of rest because they got half the game off today. The starters got half the game off today,
They
and
were
one
out with
starter
3
didn't even
minutes left
suit
in the
up.
third.
Yep.
They was out with 3 minutes left in the third.
And one starter didn't even suit up.
Yes.
So
OG. Listen. I think, and I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think Detroit is.
Terrell, stop your nonsense. I knew we could do it. Shut up, Terrell.
Get out of here, Terrell. Get out of here. I already got him on his post. I already got him. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Yes, Tesfa, that tied the record. 25 threes in a game, in a 48-minute game. That tied the NBA record for most threes in a game. Yeah, let me give that stat. 25 of 44.
Yeah,
in a playoff game. 25 of 44 from three. They could not miss.
And what was the percentage? What's that percentage?
57% from three.
57%. At one time, they were shooting over 60.
Yep.
Sweeping through the city. We already sung it. And we'll go sweeping through the city. We sweeping through Philly. We swept through that city.
Yeah, Kevin Darnell Lewis, you're right. But again, I agree with what someone said earlier. Those two losses in Atlanta woke this team up.
I'm glad they lost. They needed that.
They needed those.
You look back, the Knicks needed to be down 2-1. You look back, now that was a blessing. It was a blessing for the Knicks to go down.
People buying cheesesteaks and giving them to the homeless. Do it. Let's
To
go.
Max's. Get your cheesesteaks from Max. Max Steaks is good.
Max is good, yes. Terrell Young, I fasted and prayed for years for a time like this. Terrell, shut up.
Terrell, you hate the Knicks. Get out of here.
I said scary, not dangerous. They're not even scary no more. Like they are a bona fide juggernaut, Bishop Woodall. They are a bona fide
And they're
juggernaut.
playing defense. Let's not forget that.
The defense
We're talking about the scoring.
Right. The defense has been a catalyst to everything.
Yes.
The defense, everybody's locked in. They're interconnected. Listen, they blitzed Maxey from the opening tip, and Maxey played a little bit better today. But it wasn't even. Look, Joel Embiid didn't miss a shot.
He didn't miss.
It didn't matter. That's how good the Knicks were today. How many people think about that, J-Mac? You look at the box score. If you just looked at the box score, you don't know the final score, and you see Joel Embiid, 24 points, 8 of 8 from the floor. Tyrese Maxey, he was only 6 of 16, but he had 17 points. You would look at that and go, oh, Philly must have had a pretty decent game. It was close. It wasn't.
Yeah, VJ Edgecombe he picked a bad day to have a bad game.
They said, okay, rookie.
Yeah,
Let me remind you,
doing
you're a
all this
rookie.
chirping.
You doing a whole lot of chirping. Let me remind you, you're a rookie, okay, kid? And 4 of 14 for VJ. Playoff P is dead. 7 points for Paul George today. McBride was McBride led all scorers for the game.
And man, let me tell you something. Mike Breen and Tim Legler were going over the contract situation in Philly. It's not going to get any better down there, folks.
No.
Embiid is signed through 2029, and Paul George is signed through 2028. Mm-hmm. It's not going to get
correct.
it's going to get worse before it gets better in Philly. So all you Philly fans talking about, oh, we need to just turn the page. You can't turn the page from Embiid. Y'all gave him all that money for all those years. Y'all stuck with this guy for another 2-3 years. Y'all stuck with Paul George for at least another season, another 2 seasons. So it's going to get worse for Philly. Even though y'all got Edgecombe and Maxey, you still got
two guys that
Embiid
can't
and
be healthy.
George.
Yep, you got 2 guys that can't stay healthy. All Detroit got is Cade. Ain't no way they beating a starting 9 on the Knicks.
No,
right?
and that's what people don't understand. And that's how, if you look, that's how Cleveland beat them yesterday. they didn't let they actually played defense on Cade. Mm-hmm. And dared everybody else to beat
It has
them.
right. It has to be anybody but Cade.
And the problem is Detroit
Cade had
as
8
a
turnovers
whole,
yesterday as well.
Detroit as a whole goes cold, including Cade. They go cold. And if they hit one of those cold spells while the Knicks are on a run, they're not going to
Game's
come back.
over. The game is over.
That's the problem with Detroit. They all, even Cade Cunningham goes cold. They all go cold at once and rely on their defense. The other thing is, too, in this next series, if it's Detroit, Cat is not going to get in foul trouble because Duran is not that type of scorer.
Duran and Stewart. With Duran and Stewart out there, Cat. It's actually going to make our defense that much better because Cat's going to be free to roam a little bit more as far as being a help defender.
That's what I'm saying. This is not Embiid that's a foul baiter and a foul hunter. This is not Embiid. Duran is not the focal point of the offense, and he's not going to all of a sudden be the focal point. So it's going to be a different series. I already know it's going to be different.
The only teams with bona fide bigs left in terms of offensive threats
Out
are
west.
are all out west.
West.
It's OKC and San Antonio, because you know who else is out there? Minnesota doesn't have they don't have a bona fide big who's a scorer.
He's improved this playoff.
He's improved, but he's not a bona fide scorer. And in the other series, same thing. There's no bona fide scorer. So in LA, if LA was able to move around, if LA pulls off the impossible and wins 4 in a row, and comes back, LA doesn't have a bona. Talking about DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah. And I know the Knick haters are out there. I know y'all out there. But I'm going to go on the record now and say it, even though I don't believe this. But if the Knicks do get beat in this next round, I feel very confident going into the Eastern Conference Finals this year with a healthy Knick team, a fully healthy Knick team, a healthy Mitchell Robinson. We've never had a Mitchell Robinson healthy this late in the season. That's the other thing. We've never had a healthy Mitch this late.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I got to shout out he is such the anti-other coach. I got to shout out Mike Brown again. First quarter of the game, Mike Brown proved to me that he says, I'm going for it now. We're not playing with house money. Win this game. He went to the double big immediately with a 6-point lead at the time Mitch comes into the game. Knicks were already up 6, and usually that's the time where they swap out Mitch and Cat. Mitch came in for Josh Hart. Like, we're going
He threw him a curveball.
He said, we're going to take over these boards, and we're going to end this now. And what happened? They did it.
Hey, Bishop, I got a question to ask you about this.
Yes, sir.
How many times did the other coach go to a double big lineup last year?
Only when he had to, and I think that was like twice.
Okay. Just checking. Because I don't remember it ever happening in the playoffs at all.
It was briefly in the Indiana series.
Briefly, right. It was
briefly in the Indiana series.
But it wasn't a go-to for that coach.
It was
wasn't a
not.
go-to.
It was absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not. Only reason the percentage went down is because the bench missed a few threes in the fourth. Yeah, that's truth, Tesla. That is the only reason. That is the only reason.
The only reason. And if he would have stayed in the game, we would have got the record.
VJ had a bad series, period. He did.
He did a lot of talking, though.
He did. He ran his mouth, and he FAFO'd.
Yeah. He had a lot to say, man. And I couldn't understand it. I'm
I'm all for you being confident, but VJ was cocky like he's been here before.
Martha's back. She's not here.
Bro,
Yes.
You are a rookie. You have never faced the intensity of the NBA playoffs.
And this series, the dichotomy of this series is there were no road games for the Knicks. That's the issue.
Right. VJ had never experienced anything like that before in his life. You weren't used to playing against wings that are physical. Because you had Tatum and Brown in the first round. One who can't go and one that's really not that. Listen, and again, Jaylen Brown offensively is amazing. Jaylen Brown is not a plus defender. I don't care what nobody says. Jaylen Brown is not a plus defender. He's a plus offensive player, but he is not a plus defender. You had to deal with. You had three wings on the Knicks: Hart and Anunoby and Bridges, who can shut you down, and they did.
Wingstop, baby. They don't call him Wingstop.
Wingstop for nothing. Right. Yeah, but that's true, Ted. That's why we joke about him when he calls himself Playoff P. Paul George is always been mediocre in the playoffs.
He's podcast P. That's who.
Exactly. He's not quite as bad as Harden, but he's trending in that direction where it comes to playoff performances. Yes, Bishop Woodall. Cade is turnover prone, and I feel like the Knicks are going to exploit that if Detroit is the opponent in the next round. Again, because I'm telling you, if Cleveland bottles that fourth quarter and rolls out that scheme in the fourth quarter that they ran last night against Detroit, Detroit's in trouble.
And they were leading by like 17, 18.
Yeah, they were up
points.
by 17 early, and Detroit had to make that furious comeback.
And you can't keep living like that in the playoffs. You just can't.
No, you can't.
It eventually catches up to you.
Right, because they already had to play behind in a series. They had to play from behind in a series. Then they go up 2-0 in this series, but then you had to play from behind. And again, kudos to Iman Shumpert. He said Detroit only has one gear, and that has worked to this point. But what do you do when you play against a team like the Knicks who has another gear? When they can match you and exceed you in terms of effort level.
And the Knicks front line has the edge in that series.
Because
We have the edge on the front line.
Absolutely.
In that Detroit side. I don't care how physical everybody talk about Duran, and I'm sorry, I am not afraid of Duran at all. I'm just not. And Stewart, definitely not. The front line of the Knicks I give them the edge over the front line of the Pistons.
Absolutely, because congratulations to you and the Knicks fans. Cat has to show up. Cat's
been
engaged.
showing up.
He's engaged. He's
He's been showing up.
No, regardless of whoever our next opponent is, I am not worried. I have never said this before. I am not worried.
Listen, imagine him bringing Duran out to the pinch.
Or beef stew.
Just think about that. Them having to play that on the pinch post. Either one of those guys. It's barbecue chicken.
And if you want to get real nasty and go double big, what are you doing? Because you're not keeping Mitch off the boards. Neither one of them is keeping Mitch off the boards. And who's guarding Cat on the perimeter?
And Cat has been lethal from threes.
Oh yeah. He has
playoffs.
found his shot. Oh, he has found his. But again, it's the rhythm of the offense. Basketball is a rhythm game. We all know this. And this Mike Brown offense has this team completely in rhythm all game long, and that's scary.
I love it.
That is real. Oh my goodness, he has found a way to truly unlock this team.
But Bishop, I want to go back to VJ Edgecombe.
Go back to it. Yep.
What he didn't understand is that they didn't have any home games. Every game in this series was a Knick home game. Every game. He's not used to that. He's not used to having to come home, what's deemed home, and you got 56% Knicks fans in the building. They said it was 56% Knicks in Xfinity Arena. That's more than half.
Oh, we knew that. We knew that, especially after Friday's game. We said it. We said it Friday night. I said, that arena is going to be 90% Knicks fans on Sunday, and it was.
They sold their tickets after that. When they went down 3-0, Philly fans sold their tickets.
I had to drop my kids off at a party today for one of their friends after church time, and right as the game was starting, so I had the game on in my phone as I walked into Sky Zone where the party was. I'm dropping the kids off, and one of the other dads who was there was like, he saw the jersey stuff. He was like, game just started. I said, yeah. Deuce hit that first three, and he heard the roar from my phone. He said, aren't they in Philly? I said, yeah. He said, what? That's what it sounds like in Philly when a Knick. I said, sir, that's a Knick arena.
We own the whole 95 East
The-
corridor, man.
that
We
whole
own it.
northeast corridor belongs, with the exception of Boston, is owned by the New York Knicks.
From New York to Miami, we own it.
If the
We
Knicks are
own it.
playing any of those teams in a playoff series, Knicks fans are taking over that arena. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bishop Woodall, Deuce hit them threes in the first quarter. That was it.
It was all over.
You saw those heads go down like we don't have a chance. The more they talk bad about our Knicks, we win more games. Listen, I'm gonna use a line that they've been using on JB all season. They've been saying everybody's better than JB till it's time to beat JB. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Everybody's better than the Knicks till it's time to beat the Knicks.
Everybody's better than Jalen Brunson. Everybody's better than the Knicks. I just let them talk.
Right.
I let them talk now because that's what it is. It's
Willie
just
says
straight
it will
Knick
be
hate.
Detroit. We'll see. We'll see. You know, again, Detroit. I don't trust Detroit. Not that I need to, but I don't trust Detroit. They go back into one of those cold shootings because again, they shot their way out against Orlando in Game 6 and 7. Orlando, they shat the bed in Game 6 because that series should have been over. And they've shot well against a Cleveland team who really hasn't shown any attrition. So they've been getting a lot of I've never seen Duncan Robinson get this many wide open looks. Like if you're gonna give Duncan Robinson wide open look, but again, Duncan Robinson is a streaky shooter.
Hey, I just saw on TV, Grimes, Oubre, and Drummond are unrestricted free agents for Philly. Yeah, it's right here on the screen. Grimes, Oubre, and Drummond are unrestricted free agents. They're not restricted.
They got to
They're
retool that bench
unrestricted.
somehow.
I don't know if Oubre comes back. I don't know if Drummond comes back.
Grimes
I don't know if Grimes comes back.
Right, especially because remember, Grimes only came back because, you know, he was able to get that 1-year qualifying offer from them because he actually wanted more and they didn't want to give it to him. He held out, if you remember.
Yes.
Remember, when we went to Abu Dhabi. We went to Abu Dhabi this year for those first 2 games. Grimes wasn't even with the team yet because he hadn't signed his contract.
Yeah. Philly, that franchise, it is so sad.
Bring back Quentin Grimes.
It's so sad because
I'll take him in New York.
I'll take him in New York.
I'll take him back.
It's so sad because Philly tanked all those years. They dubbed it the process, and
they're back there again. They're about to be back there again.
They're about to be back there again. They're going to be in a rebuild mode. The good thing is they got a great nucleus in VJ Edgecombe and
Tyrese Maxey.
And Tyrese Maxey. But
that's why I didn't understand them trading Jared McCain. That's why it didn't make any sense to me. I said those are the 3 guys you build around. Them 3, and then lock up Grimes, and you've got your own wings that you can grow and develop.
They were raving about Jared McCain. They were raving about this guy.
And then you trade Jared McCain to Oklahoma City as if they needed more help
for a first round pick in 2026.
Like I don't know what Daryl Morey is a terrible GM, but they learned that the hard way in Houston.
Oh yeah, they got him up out of there too.
Daryl Morey is a horrible general manager. Tesfa said Knicks have like 2 or 3 more years. You might be right. Like J Mac and I pointed out, we saw more wrinkles today that we haven't seen all year. Like it's like, how much more y'all got? Like what the heck? But this is something because it was slight. But who was it that made the point? I was watching the post game show on MSG the day after. I think it was Game 3. No, after Game 2. The day after Game 2, I was watching the post game because since we're on our show, I don't watch their post game till the next morning, like while I'm getting ready for work, and I watched that post game because Gotham Sports app, and I believe it was Wally who said that the question came to Mike Brown, and they were talking about the trust that he has in the players and them getting developed and getting to know each other. I didn't know this. And nobody really knew it. Apparently, very early on, the Knicks were practicing a lot. And so one of the players came to Coach Brown and was like, okay, I know we got stuff to learn, but practicing this much is not sustainable. So he had to split things up a little bit more. So when I heard that, I said, This dude has been installing stuff since the beginning of the season. That's the only reason you practice a lot when you play in the NBA is when you are putting more and more and more in.
And what he did was he installed it, but he didn't use it.
Right.
Which was great.
So they'd probably have a walkthrough and he would say, okay, let's walk through what we learned. All right, let's get ready. Let's get ready for the game. We know what we got to do. And then now it's like, okay, unlock it. Let's go. Let's run it. And they are running it.
Cat is so confident running the offense, man. You could just see it. He's not panicking. They're not doubling. They dare not double him because they know he's gonna find an open man. They don't even double him when he's got the ball at the pinch post. They let him stay 1-on-1, and then they run that motion on the baseline. Get it? It's lights out.
Barbecue chicken all day. Bishop Woodall said it's going to be Pistons because Harden doesn't have another game like yesterday. I wouldn't say that. And y'all know I'm hard on James Harden because he traditionally has not been a good playoff performer. But
Donovan was good yesterday, though, too.
But the thing with Harden is Harden doesn't need to be great. He just needs to be solid.
Right, because you got Donovan Mitchell. You got Evan you got Mobley.
And not for nothing, and Jared Allen is actually dominating his matchup with Jalen Duren.
He's actually dominating, which I'm very surprised of.
Jared Allen is dominating his matchup on the boards and in points.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm like, I don't know.
I want them to at least tie it up, make it 2-2.
Listen, I just need them to win. Because win tomorrow guarantees me this series at least goes to Friday. And then no matter what happens, even if that series ends on Friday and the ECF starts on Sunday, whoever it is going to be dead tired after coming out of a grueling series. So whether it's the Knicks traveling to Detroit or whether it's where, y'all forget, the Knicks did not lose a game in the playoffs in Detroit last year. Where they did not lose a game.
Right. Detroit actually won in the Garden, which we were very upset about,
Correct.
And a couple of questionable moves by the coach cost us that game.
Which ain't gonna happen this year with this coach. So
nah, it might be a home series if anything, but I think the Knicks got a better chance of winning in Detroit than Detroit does in the Garden.
Oh yeah, because people will say, well, we played there last year. This is what Detroit fans are saying. Well, we won in the Garden last year. You won a game in the first round in the Garden last year. Not during the Eastern Conference Finals. Different atmosphere.
And
especially coming off of an Eastern, not against this team, coming off of a team that just went to the ECF last year. You don't think the fans are gonna smell blood, y'all coming to the Garden for a game 3? And especially if the Knicks can win one or both of the first 2 games in Detroit.
If they split in Detroit,
the Garden will be electric next week for game 3.
Look out.
And God forbid the Knicks come in up 2-0.
If they coming up 2-0, you're gonna see panic in Detroit.
Oh, because they're gonna walk. Because it's gonna be it's gonna be 1994 all over again. You remember in '94 what the Garden sounded like in '94 during those playoff games where Mike Breen and them were like, you can't hear anything in here. It was so loud, the whistle, they couldn't even hear the refs' whistles. That's how loud it's gonna be. It's gonna be 1994 all over again. Because this Knick team smells blood and these fans smell blood. It's as Philly learned. We went up 2-0 at the Garden. We went down there to Philly on Friday, and then after going up 3-0, the Knick fans completely took over the arena today.
They sold it. They was outside scalping those tickets, man. They was selling them on the secondary market after that win. After they went up 3-0, it was a done deal. Philly fans were not coming up in there no more. You ain't see Allen Iverson in there today, did you?
Surely,
did they show Allen Iverson one time?
Nobody showed up today. Showed up today. None of the Philly people showed up. Willie Green, our frequent representative and contributor to the show, says, I'm here to say the New York Knicks will represent the East in the NBA Finals. I concede.
Wow, that's Willie. That's the statement.
That's a huge statement from you, Willie. That's a huge statement from you. But that's how much of a juggernaut the Knicks are right now. Like we were on the road this right, that was 4 home games.
That's what I said.
It was 4 home games.
It was 4 home games.
He said, we were on the road.
VJ Edgecombe just didn't know it. He just didn't know
Right,
it.
he's the only one that didn't know. He didn't seem to realize. I guess he did. I mean, listen, when your best player, Embiid, is before the series telling Philly fans, listen, don't sell your tickets.
They was already beat. If you worried about the fans coming to your home game and you not thinking about beating the Knicks, they were already beaten.
Sam
They were
Jennings says before
already
the week
beaten.
out is out, Nick Nurse will be looking for a job. You know, I kind of felt that way as well
I don't think
because
they're gonna do it because of the passing of his brother. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Milwaukee did it to their championship winning coach the following year after they got knocked out in the first round. Remember?
Yeah, I know, but I think they're a little too.
And they
sentimental.
actually won the championship. And they
I don't
actually
think
won
they-
the
I don't
chip.
think They're gonna get killed PR wise because again, he was dealing with a death. They're gonna get killed. I know what you're saying, and I think he should be fired, but I don't think they're gonna do it. They may wait. It may be closer to training camp when they do it.
Yeah, they may not do it right now. Like, yeah, or they may wait till at least after the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
And do
when
it then.
everything quiets down and it's not so fresh.
Right. They
But it's
won't.
not
Yeah, it
gonna
won't be
happen.
done tomorrow. Right. They're not gonna do
No.
it tomorrow. But yeah, I do think Nurse is out of a job because he's too much like Tibbs. He ran his players into the ground. Embiid had no business out there. The best game Philly gave the Knicks was when Embiid did not play, which to me as a coach, that said something. I would have said, Joel, we shutting you down. We got to play faster.
Game 2 showed they could have took game 2. They ran out of gas, just like a Tibbs team, ran out of gas, couldn't hit jumpers down the stretch in the fourth. They were missing wide open jumpers in the fourth quarter of game 2.
Tight, no legs. And Nurse said that. He was like, yeah, he said, I think we got some good shots. We just missed them. Yeah, that's no legs. And if you notice, those are the same shots the Knicks were missing last year in those close playoff games. They're not missing them this year because nobody's gassed at the end of games. It's amazing just how much granted, don't get me wrong, the Knicks have overhauled their offense, completely overhauled it. But as much as that's been important, the minor tweaks, like minutes per game, those are the big things. The attention to detail defensively. The fact that if you notice now, these guys fight over screens again. There's not a whole bunch of switching. If this is my assignment, this is my assignment. Like you can see, like a switch will happen and Jalen will jump out and you'll see Mikal fight over the screen and get back to Maxey and then point Jalen back to his man like, I got him. Go back over there. I got him. You didn't see that with Tibbs because Tibbs wanted to switch everything. You can't.
Everything was a switch with
They
with
got
that
rid
game.
of Cat in that drop coverage last year, which we was getting killed with.
And nobody's they mentioned it a few times, but Cat's defense.
Oh, it has gone to another level. Pistons still need to get past the gap. You're right, Tesla. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not ready to anoint the Pistons just yet. Do I think they have the best chance? I do. Because I do feel like Cleveland is a little soft. But can Cleveland beat them? Yes.
It's not
Absolutely
out of
yes.
the realm of possibility.
No. Like, it would not surprise me if Cleveland comes back and wins this series. It would not surprise me. Hey, Bishop Heflin, how's that? I'm not ragging your team.
We were texting each other yesterday too, by the way. And but I listen.
Willie said your polo's supposed to be orange.
I got on the orange and blue hat.
He got his hat on. We got our Nick
I got the
regalia
hat
on.
on.
Got our Nick stuff on. Got my city edition on. We making it happen. J-Mac, you there? I lost your camera. J-Mac? All right, we lost J-Mac for a minute. Hopefully he'll be back in just a second. Y'all didn't see the video after Game 3. Philly fans didn't come downstairs. Knick fans took over the lobby. They do that. Knick fans do that every year. Knick fans take over the lobby there every year. Every daggone year. It never fails. Yeah, your screen is still black. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's strange. Yep, still black. Still black. I see you, but it's still black. His bench, I agree, and that's on Daryl Morey, Willie. That's on Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey did not do what he needed to do to upgrade that bench, and trading Jared McCain was stupid because at least you would have had another wing off the bench along with Grimes to help with some scoring. And You had no scoring. No scoring off that bench. There was nobody you could bring in that game. You'd have been better off playing Kyle Lowry. At least Kyle Lowry is enough of a veteran presence that he could have tried to make some things happen. There we go. There's J-Mac. There he is. All right. At least, yeah, Willie said that Philly's bench is horrible, which I agreed with. The bench is horrible. But again, that's on Daryl Morey because you know you don't have a strong bench. You're going to trade Jared McCain when him and Quentin Grimes were the only scoring you had off that bench?
That was a terrible personnel move. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I think Detroit doesn't have a great bench either. I mean, it's Jenkins and Holland. Those are their two guys off the bench, and Holland is a hit and miss. Jenkins, you can play defense on him. You just can't let him get in the
Jenkins
open court.
Jenkins has a lot of fight. I respect him. He's the St.
He's a
John's
Patino guy. He's a Patino
Yeah,
guy.
so Jenkins is going to compete, but Jenkins is a streaky shooter as well.
Exactly.
Jenkins is a streaky shooter, and again, you with Tobias Harris. Harris has been getting off because nobody's been able to defend him.
We got defenders on the Knicks. We got wings.
Right,
that
that's the
defend.
difference. You're gonna either see OG on Tobias Harris, you're gonna see Mikal on Tobias Harris. What are you gonna do then?
And on the offensive end, who's going to hold OG?
Not Tobias Harris. Right, because it's not like you could put. It's not like you're gonna put Jalen Duren out there on him.
You can't. You gotta leave him on Cat.
You're not gonna put Duncan Robinson out there on him.
That's what I said. Everybody talking about the matchup. No, okay, let's talk about our matchups. How you going to defend? How you going to defend OG? How you going to defend Jalen Brunson? How you going to defend that? How you going to defend those? How you going? OG is a matchup nightmare. Who you?
Cade's not defending Jalen Brunson.
No.
No, they're gonna put Thompson on Brunson. We saw what Brunson did to
saw
Thompson
Thompson.
last year.
Right, they're gonna put a Sword Thompson on him, and he's gonna barbecue chicken him.
He put Thompson on his butt to end that series last year. You really want to put Asar Thompson, especially in this iteration of the offense where the offense is running through Cat. So now you're running Asar Thompson through a bunch of screens.
Right, and listen, JB is not ISO JB this year, so you can put him on him, but he's going to lose him. JB is going to get his points because he's not the primary ball handler anymore, so he's going to score. You're not going to stop him now. You're not going to be able to trap him at half court, play him 90 feet, tire him
Right, he's
out.
not even bringing the ball up anymore.
He's not even bringing the ball up anymore.
So that 94 feet garbage, that's over with.
It's over. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can put a Sword Thompson on him, but he's gonna score. You're not gonna stop him because he's not gonna be running high pick and roll. He's not gonna be waving off a pick. Cat is passing the ball.
And clearly you can't do Hacker Mitch no more.
Right, because if Mitch is gonna make 50% of his free throws, that don't work either.
Right. Mitch was hitting his free throws today.
This team is clicking on all cylinders, man, and it's scary. It's scary. I don't see us not going to the finals.
Willie conceded. Willie said the Knicks are going to represent the East in the chip.
Yeah, I can
Because
see
Detroit can be beat, man. All they rely on is
Defense and Cade.
defense,
Detroit-
and the refs swallowing the whistle.
Detroit don't know this Knicks team.
No.
Well, we said that, yeah. We said that. This
First of all, the
team-
Knicks were not healthy at all in any of the 3 games against Detroit. Somebody was missing out of each one of those games. They didn't see this offense with Cat at the hub in any of those games, and the Knicks bench was missing players as well. They don't even know what this team looks like.
And we had some internal problems. Niggas thought they was getting traded.
Right, Cat thought he was on the block because they kept talking about Giannis.
How about that? We don't even hear Giannis's name anymore.
I was just about to say that, J-Mac. Like, Cat is listen, at this point, the way Cat is playing, Cat is a Knick for life at this point.
Yeah, we don't even hear Giannis's name
Cat
anymore.
is of those of us came up in the 90s with watching the Yankee dynasty. Whenever they got a big player, somebody had to have their signature Yankee moment that made them a Yankee. Cat is having his signature Nick moment now. He is official now in year 2 with this team. Cat is officially a New York Knick now.
And shout out to Leon Rose for not taking the bait to trade Cat and make a panic move to go get Giannis.
Mike McFadden, get you a Miami Vice on me. Tell Frankie to give you a Miami Vice. Tell him Bishop D'Lo said you could have one.
Yeah,
on
man.
me.
It's over.
The
It's over, man.
The Bishop has a wax seal, y'all.
Uh-oh. What the Bishop doing with a wax seal?
Things are coming.
Whatever. They ain't coming. They already started. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Try to like I don't know him. I'll tell that story later. I'll tell J Mac that story later.
I called it a long time ago too. I told him. I said, "Who you think you fooling?" I'm not going to say anything more.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
I don't want it to be held against me. Pause. But I'm just gonna
Right, exactly. But we was texting. I had to remind him, like, sir, I know you. Like, I am one of your brothers. I know you. I know what this is. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I know what this is. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, test for only a second. Yeah, no, Cat. It feels like it's longer, right? Because there's been so much drama around Cat since he got here, Tesfa. That is so true. This is only year 2. This is only year 2 with Cat.
Remember, that was only his first year with Tom Thibodeau last year.
Yeah, last year.
And we traded for him right before training camp. We traded Randall. That's why it doesn't.
At training camp.
Yeah.
It was the night before the team dinner.
That's right. But listen, Randall knew he was out. I forgot where he was, but you saw Randall say Randall knew he was getting traded. He knew it.
Yeah, I think Leon had told him, listen, we about to make this deal. You're not gonna be here.
Maybe they wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted more than us.
Oh, y'all saw that? Y'all saw what I put up?
Yes,
y'all saw that.
Randall knew he was out when JB was made captain.
Oh, that's what I said.
When JB was made captain, and I mean, like, and you make him captain and not even consider co-captain.
And Randall was hurt when he was made captain.
Yeah.
But how can I make you captain when you making statements like that? Listen, hate or love JB, we all agree he has pounded the ball into the pavement too many times. But you will never get him in an interview where he'll ever say that a team is better than his.
Yeah.
Or they wanted more.
Or that they wanted it more than we do. He'll say, we got some things to work on. We got some things to fix. We're going to get it together. That's what JB said. That's what a leader's supposed to do. You can't inspire your team saying stuff like maybe they wanted it more than we. What?
Maybe they wanted it more than us.
Man, remember how we killed him on that
Yeah.
project?
And he deserved every bit of killing he got. Maybe they wanted it more than. It was at that point I wanted Randall. If I remember correctly, I opened the show with I want him gone.
And at that point, I wanted Tibbs gone.
Both of them needed to go.
Yep. I wanted Tibbs gone because how does your player say something like that?
Apparently, it is true that Tom Thibodeau is being considered for the Orlando job, by the way.
Oh, gosh.
That's the worst
I thought
it was just a rumor. I went and checked it out.
That's going to be the worst thing for that franchise because they already have a problem scoring the ball.
I don't think they'll do it, though, because you're just going to have somebody that's going to play ISO Banchero, which, as you saw against Detroit, does not work. I don't know what happened to Jamal Mosley. I don't know why he went away from that fluid offense that had been working.
Wagner getting hurt.
I get it, but like Mike Brown, somebody go down. OG went down. He's been the focus of the offense. The Knicks haven't missed a beat. Why? Because we don't stop playing the way we've been playing. Yes, it may take a couple of players to make up that production, but you don't stop what's been working.
But you got to also understand this. Mike Brown, unlike the last coach we had here.
Yeah, we don't say his name no more, L. We don't talk about Bruno.
Where's Davey?
We don't talk about Bruno.
Where's Davey?
He's in church.
He's in church. Remember, he said he was going to be in church this afternoon. We don't talk about Bruno.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Because when you look at the way that the Knicks are,
You're right, Tesfa. That's exactly where he
when
was.
you
He
look
was
at
he
the
was
way that the
donating that court.
Knicks flow, that offense flows, OG is the third option.
Yep, correct.
With OG off the floor, you see where the production has gone. The production has shifted over to the fourth option.
Mikael Bridges.
So maybe now, and I will say it, we have to understand that this, first of all, this entire team is committed to whatever Mike Brown says.
Yes, yes, totally bought in.
Yeah, we acknowledge that today
Totally
too.
bought in.
Yeah,
Even if it
absolutely.
means you're not playing.
Yep.
Like I was telling Jay earlier, I was saying, yo, we was talking about Shamit. And it's like Shamit has completely bought into the fact that, okay, be ready when your number's called.
How about Jordan Clarkson?
Be ready when your number's called,
Yes.
right? And a different it takes a different mentality of a ball player to embrace that mentality. Cause you your entire life you've been the go-to, you've been the either the one or the two. And now you're on a team where they're saying, this is the offense, this is how it flows, and you're gonna get some DNPs. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get a whole lot of DNPs.
In a row.
But 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 if you buy
But
into
come playoff
this,
time, yes.
if you buy into this
You're gonna win us some games.
and you get on that court as if we're not even having this conversation, we're gonna be straight. So you got Clarkson, you got Shamit, yo, these guys,
Deuce too. Deuce lost
Deuce,
it. Deuce lost it. Yeah, he had an injury, but he lost some minutes too at one point because Shamit was playing so well. So Deuce was the guy.
yeah. So you got these guys, and they are completely bought in, and nothing is stopping them. And they are the guys that nobody has a game plan for. They are the guys that nobody's got a game plan for Shamit. Nobody's got a game plan for Deuce, really. Nobody's got a game plan for Jordan Clarkson. And I'm seeing Jordan Clarkson. Shamit is at the three. Nobody's jumping out there at Shamit early enough. And Jordan Clarkson, the defense becomes Swiss cheese for him all of a sudden.
Yo, Jordan Clarkson is probably the best bad shot shooter I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like we know the late shot clock situation. You call that the grenade. Him and Josh Hart, for some reason, these guys with the grenade always make a basket. I've never seen that before. Like, these are great late shot clock guys. Jordan Clarkson finds a way to get in the lane on off angles and score.
And to have two
Feels
of those guys on the
this
same team.
feels this see
But Clyde
see
Frazier said this reminds him of the 1973 team. He was like, with everybody had a bunch of, it was him and Willis, but then everybody else was so interchangeable. Everybody could do something great. Anybody on that team could win you a game.
a normal Knicks team, the Knicks team that we are used to seeing would have lost that first game in Philly.
Right.
Game 3, yeah.
They would have lost game three. They would have lost game three in Philly.
Right. No Embiid. Oh, we up 2-0. We could let our guard down. Not this team.
Game four would have been a tight game.
Going back home for game 5.
Going back
Winning it
home
in
for
5 games.
game five, hoping to win it in
Hoping to win
five
it
games
and not have to
because
go back to Philly.
the Knicks teams that we're used to, they don't
They didn't have a killer instinct.
they didn't this team right here.
They killers. They are killers.
They have a killer instinct. Like
L, you've been asking for this for a couple of years. I remember when you've been asking for this iteration of mindset. You've been asking for this for a few years.
We didn't have
because
the
Where
right.
is the killer instinct?
We didn't have the right leadership, brothers. That was it. We didn't
Yeah,
have the
clearly,
we didn't have the
clearly,
it wasn't the players.
clearly.
Now you see, it wasn't the players. It was
Right,
that's
it's
what I
the
was
same
saying
team as last year.
when you was frustrated with JB and pounding the ball. I said, I'm telling you, L, this is coming from the coach. And that's what it was. Now you got a different voice, you got a different coach. The coach has gotten the players to buy in, and it is a beautiful thing to watch.
Listen,
listen, wait, can I say something before?
Of course.
Come here. Nakazi's here.
Hey, sis.
Hello.
Nakazi is from Philadelphia,
Don't do that.
but Nakazi asked, can she become a Knicks fan now?
The doors of the church are open. For you, not for everybody. For you.
She says she has officially become a Knicks fan Mother's Day 2026.
And we receive you into the arms of the Knicks.
No mas. She said, no mas. No mas.
What? No, I wanted it. I'm serious. I'm very serious.
No. Because Sunday, I preached in Connecticut, and Sunday she drove us back from Connecticut, and she looked at me in the driver's seat. Well, she was driving, and I was in the passenger seat, and she was like, "This week, it's on, it's on." And I'm like, "What is she talking about?" And she was like, "Philly and New York." I said, "Oh, I know you're not doing this. I know you're not." Now I'll go with you with the Philadelphia Eagles, because she's a dirty bird all the way.
Okay.
But
I mean, listen, Eagles
said,
are one of the best
now,
teams in football. It is what it is.
Giants are coming,
you know what I
though.
did? I just turned my face to the passenger window, and I didn't even say a word
He
because
was
I'm
very
like,
respectful. He was.
I said, now I know she is not talking to me. My sister is not talking to me about the Philadelphia 76ers, who can't even keep a name on their arena.
It's
Right.
Xfinity now.
Right.
Yeah, it's
It was
Xfinity now.
It was Wells Fargo. Now it's Xfinity.
It was Wachovia.
It was Wachovia
Yeah.
Center. Right, when they first opened it, it was the Wachovia Center.
Well, Wachovia.
I think it was
went under.
Core
There ain't no
States at
such
one
thing as
time
Wachovia
too.
no more.
I think it was Core States at one time too.
Oh, no, it was Core States, Wachovia, Wells Fargo, and now
They
it's
about to put my
Xfinity.
name on it.
Well,
No.
not no more. Well, not
No.
now, because you're not
No.
with them no more.
You know what name they could put on there?
MSG South.
I like it. But I am an
Yo, somebody call Dolan and tell him go buy the arena.
I'm
He like buying
He's a
arena.
Knicks fan now, you know.
He actually could put Jalen Brunson's name on it because he owns it.
Right.
Now we just
JB
gotta
Arena.
get Lady Butler.
Brunson Arena.
See,
That's a lost
no.
cause,
Because let
bro.
me
Bro,
tell
that's a lost
y'all,
cause.
Lady Butler is gonna be a Knicks fan now for the rest of these playoffs. Trust me when I tell you, because Boston is gone. Lady Butler's gonna be like, okay, come on, New York, come on, watch and see.
You have two Knicks fans there.
Now we got two in the
You got
house.
two. See, we good.
Lady Butler, because Boston's gone.
Yeah, Boston's
Here she comes. Here she
Here
comes.
she come.
That doesn't mean anything. Just because we're gone. I'm still a Boston fan, just like you guys are diehard Knicks fans. Don't take that away from me. I like you guys, but I love the Celtics. You
We're
can't
not
get at me
taking
for that.
it
When-
away.
Right, it's not
Listen to
us.
me. Listen to me. When those Knicks start playing in those Eastern Conference Finals,
I will
She gonna be like,
you guys
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely. It's only right.
she's really a Knicks fan.
It's only right. I'm gonna support you guys. I
Like
She's really
most
a
other
Knicks fan.
Boston fans who say they're Boston fans.
She's
Yeah,
really
unlike
a Knicks
others.
fan.
You know.
She's really a Knicks fan.
I like you guys. I'm happy for you.
Who's
I'm
on the
a
team
Celtics
right now?
fan.
Who's on the team right now?
I don't know nobody.
She don't know nobody. She don't know nobody on that team right now. Nobody.
Right. I said we was looking at the game. She was like, "Man, Philly, what happened?" I said, "They beat Boston."
That's dirty. That's dirty.
said-
You have to go there. That's
She
dirty.
said, "They did." I said, "Yep." And I
Yeah,
said,
they
"And
didn't
Boston
want to
had
send Boston home.
I said, and Boston had a 3-1 lead."
Mike Brown Arena.
The Mike Brown Arena. Right, we're gonna name it the Mike Brown Arena.
Listen, you
Name
know
it
what?
Nova-
They should name the arena after Jay Wright. That's what they
Nova
should name it
Knicks.
after.
Nova Knicks.
The Nova Knicks Arena.
Nova Knicks Arena.
Yeah, because they come there. Listen, those Philly fans come there to see Jalen, Bridges, and Hart. They come there to see those guys.
Everybody in Villanova are Knicks fans.
Because of the Nova Knicks.
Everybody in the Pope is a Knicks fan.
The Pope is a Knicks fan. I
The
didn't want
Pope
to
went
say
to
it.
Villanova.
The Pope went to Villanova. The Pope is a Knicks fan. Spike Lee bought him a jersey.
Mm-hmm. The Pope went to Villanova.
Yeah, we might have a
Shout out
little
to Pope
extra on
Leo.
our team this year.
Danhausen has us in good place.
Listen, thank you, Danhausen. Listen. You saw last night, and Rosenberg said, "I'm gonna make that happen for you." He said, "I'll keep the Knicks uncursed. I just want a seat next to Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet. Get him a seat. I want to see Danhausen at game 1 of the or game 3 of the ECF, whichever one is the home game. I want to see Danhausen. If Danhausen is sitting in the first row, we good."
In his Danhausen outfit,
right? He's got, of course. I mean, he can't come to the Garden not as Danhausen. He has to come as Danhausen.
Danhausen.
He's like the number 3 merch seller in WWE. Number 2
he
merch
is
seller.
killing
Listen,
right now.
this
Dude
is
killing it, man.
This is the only thing that TKO has gotten right recently, bringing in Danhausen.
That dude is a phenomenon. I can't understand it, but hey, he's doing it.
He has the crossover appeal. Like, they've got him in ESPN commercial. Like, Danhausen is the dude right now.
He is.
That was whoever the genius is that came up with the Danhausen marketing scheme. Kudos to you. It was
Very
smart.
nice.
And that's the
Very
sport,
evil.
That's the
Very
that's
nice,
the
very
sports
evil.
entertainment part of WWE. The entertainment part of it. So
And I'm for
yeah.
I'm for that, but I still need the in-ring product to be better.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
It's-
I think I told you I put it in the chat in the text. You know that they said that was Oscar's last match.
Yeah, I
last
did hear that. Yep.
Yeah.
They haven't announced it officially yet, but apparently they wanted her to take a pay cut, and she's like, "Yeah, no, not happening."
Yeah, she going back to
So
Japan too.
she said, "I'd just rather leave first."
Why are they asking everybody to take pay cuts with all this money they making? What's going
They're
on?
hemorrhaging money.
They want more money. They want more money.
Right. They want more money in the top, in the corporation.
Yes.
This is the difference. This is the disadvantage and this is why I believe Vince didn't go. People wanted Vince to go public a long time ago. He never went public in terms of becoming like a stock entity, because once you do that, you got to take care of shareholders. And so you cut talent, you make more money for the shareholders. So yeah, your shareholders are making money. Your board members are making money, but the talent who's putting their bodies on the line, they ain't getting nothing. Willie said backlash.
Back slapped.
It wasn't
the
horrible,
greatest.
but it wasn't that good.
They tied up a lot of loose ends or created.
I know
This was-
the match between Fatu and Roman was okay.
That was a great match.
Well, that's what their goal was, to start that. This was the start
Listen,
of the rivalry.
Great
That's
job
what
by
that
Roman
was
putting
last
Fatu
night.
over that way.
Yeah,
I
this is the
shout out
start
to
of the
Roman.
rivalry. Yeah.
Roman really put over Jacob as a wild man, and that's
I
kudos
said
to him for that.
Umaga. They said the wild Samoan. He reminds me more of Umaga.
Umaga. Mm.
Yeah.
He
he's more of an
was
Umaga.
he was dressed like him yesterday.
Yes.
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 You noticed that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of Umaga, and Umaga that can talk,
Yeah.
because Umaga didn't speak, but he reminds me of Umaga. That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah, that's gonna be that. I getting him into the main event picture is huge, because unfortunately, I hate to say it, Cody didn't do that for him on SmackDown.
No.
And and I get it, because Cody's still at a point in his career where he wants to be the guy. Roman, you can see, is transitioning into, okay, I got to make other guys now, which is what you're supposed to do when you get to be that.
That's
age.
what you're
You're
supposed to
supposed to
do.
pay it forward.
That's
Gotta
what
pay
you're
it forward.
supposed to do.
And Roman is making him.
about. And Roman is about. If I'm gonna do it,
For his family.
I'm doing it for my family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it for my family. And last night they showed why that Samoan dynasty is a real deal.
It's a real thing, yeah.
They showed last night, them two put on a performance in such a way. They showed last night, and I honestly think that they got more coming. Like they
Yes.
got
Oh,
more.
absolutely.
That's
Oh,
what the
that's the whole summer. This is the whole summer. Yeah,
That's what the
this is
pay
the
per
whole
view
summer.
did. It set up Jacob and Roman for the summer. That's what that pay per view was all about. It really wasn't about those undercard
No.
matches.
That
That's
rematch
why-
is going to be your night 2 SummerSlam main event.
Yeah, that's what that was for. It was to
If it
set
ain't,
up
if
SummerSlam.
you said night two SummerSlam,
So, night 2
Yeah.
SummerSlam
yeah,
main
because
event.
SummerSlam's 2 nights now. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. SummerSlam is 2 nights now. They started it last year. SummerSlam is now 2 nights. But yes, night 2 SummerSlam main event. That's Jacob and Roman rematch. Jacob and Roman rematch. That's your night 2 SummerSlam main event.
I can see that.
And that might be when Roman takes the when Jacob takes the belt off of Roman. They gave it to Roman. They put it back on Roman to elevate the belt again to another level, and now they're gonna put it on Jacob to carry it probably into next year's, at least to the Rumble, and then get it ready for Mania. Now, who's gonna hold it come Mania next year? Going into Saudi, because again, this goes back to the setup. Remember, we going to Saudi. That belt is going to be the Samoan belt,
That's gonna be on a Samoan.
because the final boss is gonna make an appearance in Saudi, because that's what the Saudis want. So you might be looking at Rock. We might finally get Rock Reigns next year, finally, for real. Because this World Championship is going to be the Samoan Championship for the foreseeable future.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't be mad at a Rock Fatu. If
Yeah,
you're gonna,
but it's
if
not
you're
as
gonna
big as
put
Rock
the-
Reigns, though. It's not
Yeah,
as big
I
as
know. I know.
Reigns.
Rock Reigns is the money match, but if you really trying to amplify storyline and you actually put that belt on Fatu, why not?
Oh,
Why
I'm not mad
not
at you.
Rock?
I don't disagree with you at all. I don't disagree with you at all. I think
That would be crazy
Fatu
because
is the future. Fatu
yeah,
is the future.
and this storyline that they're building with Fatu is he's the black sheep. He's
Mhm.
like, why not have him just take everybody down?
Like, and this was just it. People were talking about Jay is the next tribal chief. Jacob is the next tribal chief.
Jacob.
Jacob is the next tribal chief. That's the next generation.
And then he goes face.
Yeah. I mean, he's a tweener now,
He's
technically.
between the now. Yeah.
Because if you watch that match, he was getting cheered kicking Roman's butt last night.
Yeah.
He beat Roman for he took the pin, but he won the match. He beat the tar out of Roman last night. He beat the tar out of Roman. And so we'll see what happens with that. We will see what happens with that. So with that being said, I know we lost J Mac. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We already at about an hour and a half, which we'll close it out tonight. We got a week off, y'all.
Brooms, baby, brooms.
For the first time in 30 years, Nick's got a week off in the playoffs.
This is what I'm talking about, baby. I am
The Knicks are feeling more and more like a team of destiny now,
yo,
which is kind of
theory.
I don't know. I've never been in this position before as a Knicks fan. Never.
I have.
As a Knicks fan?
Yeah.
When?
94 and 99.
94 didn't feel like a team of destiny.
Everything I'm feeling right now, I felt in 94 and I felt it in 99.
I felt it more in 94. 94, we should have won that series, especially once we went up 3-2.
I don't know.
Because we only needed to get one in Houston, and we didn't get either of them.
I feel I'm having the same feelings I had in 94 and 99. So I'm trying to
temper them a little bit.
Yeah. Because I don't want to get disappointed. And this is Eastern Conference Finals 2 years in a row. If we win the Eastern Conference Finals, the firing of Thibodeau is justified by a million.
Oh, it's justified. I said this while you were off the line. It's justified now just by getting back there.
It's
It's already
justified
justified.
now.
It's
Yeah,
justified now.
yeah. And the way you got back there, you didn't get back there
Barely.
struggling.
Right.
You
You didn't
got back
struggle.
there sweeping the team that was in your way to get there. Sweeping the team. They right
Mind you,
now.
while there are pundits out there that chose this team to beat you in this series, and it wasn't, and you swept them, and it wasn't even close.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no! Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith said, "I want Boston because this team's not prepared for Maxey and Edge call. So we want Boston because this team is built for Boston. So give us Boston because I really don't want to see Philly." That's what Stephen A. Smith said.
I'm going to watch First Take tomorrow just so I could go online and rebut everything he says afterwards. Because you know he going to be on TV acting a pure donkey like he's the greatest Knicks fan. I knew it all the time. And my boys. No, they're not your boys. You're not a real Knicks fan, sir. Stop.
Yo, you can't even come to the Garden.
Right. You're not even allowed in the building, bro.
You're not even allowed in the building. That's crazy. Orange and blue skies, man.
Orange and blue skies. We will get another show in this week. I'm going to wait until we know who our opponent is. We'll do a preview show, or we may not, because if that other series ends up going 6, then that means that it goes to at least Friday. In which case, we ain't gonna have time to do a preview show because that means the next series will start on Sunday.
Right.
So we are off. Now, if the series ends before that, let's say Detroit does win tomorrow, gets up 3-1, and they're able to end it on Wednesday, then we'll do a preview show maybe Thursday night, or we'll do the preview show Friday night to get us ready for the Eastern Conference Finals, which will begin on either Sunday or Monday. Because now, if that series goes 7, then that means ECF starts on Tuesday of next week.
Love it.
So either way, OG's getting healthy. The Knicks as a whole are getting healthy because everybody is banged up a little bit. Josh, Cat took a couple of tumbles on his back. JB and his ankles, put some daggone high tops on. Everybody's getting healthy. Got a week off. I'm sure Mike Brown's going to probably put in some more new wrinkles to this offense that seems to just keep getting more and more robust. And we'll roll the balls out next week, and we'll do it again.
Oh, yeah.
But until then, Orange and Blue Skies as always. We welcome again Nikazi to the fold.
We welcome Nikazi to the fold. She's a Knicks fan now.
And we'll
gotta go take her to get some Knicks apparel.
Yes, take her to get some Knicks apparel. We'll see y'all later this week. Be on the lookout. Follow the page. I got some time this week, so there'll be some clips from the last few shows on there because I'll have some time this week since we won't have a show at all since we're off. But Orange and Blue Skies, y'all have a great night. Knicks have completed the second round, and it's back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the second year in a row. Knicks win 144 to 114, tied the NBA record for playoff threes with 25.
That is killer. That is killer. And I hate when we shoot threes like that. But if they're falling, then go ahead.
But this is just it. It wasn't a ridiculous amount of shots, though. It was right around where Mike Brown wants them to take. He wants them to take 40 a game. They took 44. They made 25 of them.
Wait a minute. Hold on. There's a stat that really behooves you.
What's that?
Philly shot 50% tonight.
That just goes to show you what level the Knicks were on offensively.
They was unconscious. Philly shot 50% and lost by 30.
By 30.
Yeah, that's wild. No team wants to see us. Detroit don't want us right now. Cleveland don't want us right now.
Cleveland don't want us ever. Because Jared Allen.
OKC don't want us.
No, they don't want us.
And we already know.
You know San Antonio don't want us.
San Antonio don't want us. And here's what I will say. If we win the finals, we put up both banners.
Oh, then you put up the Emirates Cup banner. You
because
put both
I
banners up at
called
the same
it.
time.
I called it the beginning of this season. I said, we want both of those trophies this year. And we already, job is half done, y'all. Job is
8 wins
half done.
down, eight wins to go. And
8
the
wins
Emirates
down.
Cup curse is broken because it was the first 2 Emirates Cup winners didn't get out of the first round.
Didn't
and
get out the
Knicks,
first round.
and the Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
And I honestly do not believe that the Knicks have an 8-game losing record in them right now.
Not at this point.
I don't think I don't want to talk no more. Okay, I'm done.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see y'all at some point this week. Keep your eye on the pages. Good night.
Absolutely.
The church guy. We're live on a podcast. A church guy sports show. Yo, welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown and shot.